Hey guys, what's up? Samurai Bird here. Hey, as you can see, this is a sword stand, um, or a rack, I guess it would be technically, because it's hanging on a wall. Uh, I'm going to talk about that, but first I want to show this again. I showed this in an older review. It's a rifle case, but really works for swords. So, or sword bags, apparently. Uh, yeah, I mean, I can fit like three or four swords in here and shake it around. It's good. I mean, it's pretty, as you can see, it's a nice case, nice and thick foam. Um, now I looked on Amazon because I don't remember how much I paid for this, and that's where I got it. It was Amazon. The company Benrio. It says Type 1. Um, Throw all that stuff out of the way. And let's see. It says Type 1 at $89.97. And it says it's waterproof. Well, I don't remember saying it's waterproof. And I sure remember only paying $69.95, I think, or $79. It was cheaper than, it wasn't $90. I know that. I want to say it was only like $60. I know it didn't say anything about being waterproof, and I looked on mine, and as you can see, I mean, that's metal on the edge of it, so I don't see, and the top's the same way. Only it goes in, and the bottom comes out and fits in a groove, like tongue and groove kind of deal. And yeah, I don't see that would be very waterproof. I'm sure if one was so inclined, they could make a rubber gasket and make it waterproof. I looked at the one on Amazon. It looked just like mine. I didn't see no rubber seal on there or anything to make it waterproof either. So I don't know. That's kind of fishy. But the one I got is awesome. Like I said, I didn't pay no $90. So I don't know what they got that's newer than mine. But anyway, so that's that, which is cool. Like I said, it's a rifle case, but it's really nice for carrying katanas around. I know you guys are going to the Danger Fest thing, and you know it's weird to find. It's hard to find stuff that to carry your swords in. Sorry, I was putting the case down. I know you got a real good shot of my couch there, but so I'm gonna start with this sword rack here that I got. I wanted to build my own, but that looked to me like more of a hassle than it was worth when they had them on Amazon, and somebody else built it instead. This one is made by E4Life, and it's a 4-tier, as you can see. The measurements were very correct on this one for some reason, not on the others, but not that really mattered. It's compressed wood, it's just fiberboard kind of crap. But now on this one, when I bought it, I mean, it's a nice clean cut, but this red suede was not on here. I glued this on here for extra protection. It came with nothing. So yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to put your sai on bare wood, especially if you really appreciate the finish of a good finish on a sai. It's not really a good idea. But now this does solve the problem. Actually, I double plied it right there. I forgot I did that. Well, wasn't that just MacGyver genius of me, huh? So, now I remember. I put two in there to raise it up a little bit so it wouldn't, so the side is curved, right? Well, it doesn't hit that wood. So, and I'll show you here in a minute on these other ones, I had to file the inside of that so it wouldn't scratch up my side on these other ones. This one I didn't have to do that on. Mainly because I did that, and it was a clean cut. This one's very clean cut on it, and it's made really sharp. It was $27.90, so not that bad. And that's, I think, gluing the felt on there or gluing the suede on there was the only thing I did to it. Yeah, it's got a little Chinese design going on there. I don't know what that is. It's just, Chinese architecture. Like I said, I put the suede on there, glued it on there. And that was the only thing I had to do, and swords are nicely protected. I mean, it hangs well. I think one side is on an anchor. One side's in a stud, one side's in an anchor, which is not real safe. I'd rather them both be in a stud, but it's only a 4-tier, so I think I'll be all right. It hasn't fallen yet, knock on linoleum. Now this one, I'm gonna get my paper, my notes here. Stand back. Ooh, wait, let me tell you about this first. Okay, now this, I probably have it upside down or backwards or whatever. It's supposed to say Divine Wind, which is kamikaze. Now, where that came from, loosely the story I will say is, I don't have a lot of the facts, I just got the gist. When Genghis Khan, the Mongols, first invaded China, they landed on Japan, kicked their ass for about a day, went back to their ships that night, and a storm came and wiped them all out. I don't think it came about then, but then his grandson Kublai Khan tried it again. He tried to invade Japan. The same thing happened. For some reason, they went back on their boats and a tsunami wiped them out. I think that's when they said Divine Wind, which translates to kamikaze. So that's where that came from, not World War II. In case you guys in case that kept you up at night wondering, I fixed that problem for you. Thank you. Or you're welcome. Whichever. All right, so this this is an 8-tier. I like this one. I would buy another one of these. I would recommend them. Army Replicas makes it. It's an 8-tier solid wood. Actually, it's made out of mango wood, and I like mangoes. So, yeah, who doesn't? $59.99. Now, I know that's $60. That sounds a little steep. It is very thick, very sturdy, and it is made out of solid wood. I'm assuming it's mango. That'd be great. Excuse me. But either way, it's heavy duty. It's really sturdy. It's really nice. Now, the pros and cons of this is, well, I'll say one of the cons, it was really rough. And as you can see, I took a file to all that, which puts a nice little trim line, all over. The felt was already there. I think that's felt. I don't think that's suede or some kind of generic suede. Anyway, they put that on there, and it goes all the way to the top. It's not up there. All the way down, and it's even on the bottom, so you could stand it on a wooden floor and it won't scratch nothing up. There's felt right down there too. So that was cool, but it did have it was really rough. It was rough enough to where I knew that it was going to scratch a saya putting it in and out of there. So, like I said, I just took a round convex file and went around and put a nice little decorative little trim line or racing stripes. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, this one was nice. I got how it is. It had a hanger there and hanger there on the other side. It's, as you can see, it's a flat matte finish, which is fine. I don't mind that. It looks pretty good. I got my fingerprints on it in there, but it's not anchored, and the reason it's not is because behind this wall is my utility room where my furnace is at, and that's open on the other side. So I actually put another 2x4 in between the two wall studs to hang this hanger. So it's not going nowhere unless that wall does, which let's hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, so yeah, I do recommend this stand. That's an awesome stand. Like I said, you can put it even on the floor. I would suggest put a base or something, build a base for it, be even better. but it's heavy duty and I like it. $60. I know that sounds kind of steep. It's either that or make one. And I didn't, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty handy, but I just didn't want to. I was having trouble finding a good pattern to use for the, for the actual rack part. So it's like Amazon has it. If you don't want to do it, look on Amazon. They'll have whatever you probably want to do, or somebody already did it for you. So, all right, on to the next one. Now, this one, this was an 8-tier also. Blades USA, $41.99. It's made out of pressed board. It says it features wood construction. I don't know what they're talking about. If it's pressed board, why would it feature wood construction? The measurements are a little off. I don't know if that was the shipping measurements I'm getting confused, or they are, or somebody, but they were a little off. Now this one, this was really rough on here. Again, this red suede I put on here, there was nothing on it. It was just bare wood, and it was rough, really rough. I mean, like puppy dog, big dog in the backyard, sign says beware a dog, and it goes rough. That kind of rough. It was horrible. So I put this suede on. I filed it down just like I did the other one, and went in around, filed around that, filed and filed till it was smooth, which took a little while. It was really rough, and glued the red suede on there, which is cool, and it totally protects it now. The finish on it was supposed to be like the other one, a matte finish, but it was really bad, really poorly done, like a kind of a one coat here, two coats there. Maybe we don't know how many on that piece, and so I had to file it down anyway on the rack part. Sorry. And so I just went and repainted it too at the same time. The one thing cool about this, and this was why the reason I got it, was this metal plate on here with the Samurai dude. That sold it for me. I don't know why. That probably wouldn't have sold it for you, but I mean, I don't know. It was cool. I wanted to try it. I didn't want to spend $60 on a rack again, but I wouldn't recommend getting this rack because of the work I had to put into it. I mean, it was damn near building my own rack at that point. Other than building the thing, I pretty much did everything else. Besides put it together, and well, I did put it together, but I didn't cut out the pieces, and I didn't cut out the rack part. Other than that, I did what you would have been doing when you built your own, except I didn't have that. And it is cool. It's really heavy metal. I mean, it's really nice, but is that worth it? No, not really. I'd have been better off getting another one of those. It is a little wider, but it's also, that's only, let me see, where's my tape measure at? All right, as the camera goes everywhere here. Right there. What, ½ inch? Yeah, lovely. This one is a full inch wide. So, like I said, this one was heavy duty. It was nice, but $60 versus $42. I would go with the $60 again. It really was easy to put together. When I put it together, let's get a shot of both of them. Yeah, here we go. See, when I put this one together, I mean, it's a ½ inch thicker than that one is. So it was just more heavy duty, just more sturdy, everything. This one went together nice, but you can feel it's just not as strong as that one. Now, when I screw all the screws in there, I put wood glue in the hole, then I screw the screw in there, and it dries later, and gives it a little bit extra hold. This one, $60, $42. I like this one. A lot of work had to be done with this one. This one came with the felt and the guard, or on the rack. This one didn't. Very bare wood, really gnarly. Had to do a lot of filing, a lot of sanding. So there you go. I had to do a lot less work on this one, but it was $20 more than that one. But it does have the samurai plate. So if that sells it for you like it did me, then there you go. But if I had to get another one, I'd go with this. And that's the, let me see, that is the Armory Replicas versus Blades USA. I would go with Armory Replicas. For sure. I would spend that little extra money and get that. And the E for Life, they have a bunch of these. I think the highest they go is 6 tier, I think, but they have 2, 3, 4, and they have a bunch of varieties of them, way more than these. I think way more than them other guys. I don't even think they have any more variety. I think those are the only two I could find from them two companies. So the E for Life, there's a bunch of them, so, and different styles. They have just the single hangers that you can poke on the wall, and the E for Life's got a bunch of sword racks. So I will mention that they have a lot of merchandise where these other people don't. But the Armory Replicas 8 tier sword rack is definitely a good one to buy. So there you go. That's my review, my sword rack review. Yes, I did say that 8 times fast off camera, and I sounded just like Scooby-Doo by the end of it. Sword rack review. All right, later guys.